Greetings, operatives. I am Agent Z4, and today we dissect human behaviors so you can blend in without unfortunate incidents. Transmission continues from Mars Colony Delta on Sol 2832. Today's analysis addresses a deeply troubling physical activity that has compromised my cover identity on multiple occasions: dancing. A series of rhythmic movement patterns performed to audio stimulation with no apparent survival benefit or practical application. Man has authorized the sharing of my personal field experiences as a cautionary example. My failures in this domain have generated suspicion that required significant cover reinforcement measures. Learn from my tactical errors. Dancing appears ubiquitous across human cultures despite its complete lack of productive output. Humans allocate significant resources to designated dancing environments, specialized footwear, and instruction in movement patterns. More concerning, they expect all members of their social groups to participate in this activity, regardless of utility or skill level. My first direct exposure occurred during the colony's Founding Day celebration, when the central hydroponics bay was repurposed for what humans called a dance party. Audio volumes exceeded safety parameters, lighting was reduced to suboptimal levels, and humans began moving their bodies in asynchronous patterns while consuming ethanol-based beverages. Initially, I positioned myself in an observation sector, calculating that stationary monitoring would be sufficient. I was incorrect. 3 separate humans approached to request my participation with the phrase, "Come dance with us," seemingly unable to comprehend my preference for immobility. When I attempted to explain the logical superiority of energy conservation, they responded with increased insistence. Unable to maintain my observational position, I implemented basic movement patterns from our infiltration training. The response was immediate and negative. Humans made the following critical assessments of my performance. You have no rhythm at all, do you? Are you dancing or having a medical emergency? You dance like you're reading a manual on how to dance. Did you grow up somewhere without music? Your body is physically resisting the beat. One particularly observant human stated that I danced like an alien trying to imitate a human, which required immediate implementation of humor deflection protocols. My laughter response was deemed even more awkward than the dancing by witnesses. Tactical recommendations for field operatives. Develop a cover limitation appropriate to your identity. Acceptable options include 2 left feet, no sense of rhythm, or never learn to dance. Humans accept physical limitations more readily than refusal to participate. If participation is unavoidable, implement the self-deprecating strategy. Acknowledge your poor performance with phrases like, "I dance like a malfunctioning robot," before others can make this observation. Humans respond positively to preemptive self-criticism. Utilize the restricted movement approach. Small, minimal motions while maintaining a beverage container in one hand represents an acceptable minimum participation level in most contexts. The designated recorder role provides excellent cover. Volunteer to document the event with image capture devices. This grants legitimate non-participation status while maintaining social integration. Critical. Never attempt to explain that dancing is an inefficient expenditure of energy with no productive output. Humans become hostile when the irrationality of this activity is highlighted. Most concerning is the inexplicable human ability to detect movement pattern authenticity. Despite extensive training in human physical mimicry, my movements were immediately identified as mechanical, overthinking it, and lacking feel. One human explained I needed to let the music into your body, a directive with no actionable implementation pathway. The psychological aspects are equally baffling. Humans report that dancing produces joy, facilitates connection, and allows them to express themselves. They describe losing themselves in the music, a concerning dissociative state they actively pursue rather than avoid. When I maintain precise body control, Humans described me as too in my head and encouraged me to let go, essentially advocating for reduced cognitive function. Most revealing is the social judgment associated with this activity. Humans make immediate character assessments based on dancing ability. When engineering specialist Kay Rodriguez demonstrated complex movement patterns synchronized to audio variations, others attributed positive personality characteristics unrelated to motor control, such as confidence, authenticity, and even trustworthiness. My own performance generated assessments of being uptight, overthinking, and not letting yourself feel anything, all dangerously close to identifying non-human cognitive patterns. My most humiliating field experience occurred when a rhythmic audio pattern called a line dance was initiated. This supposedly represented the simplest form of dancing, with standardized, repetitive movements performed collectively. Despite the predictable pattern, I was unable to maintain synchronization with the group. The recreation coordinator attempted to assist by shouting, "It's right, left, right, stomp, turn," formation I was already processing. Her final assessment, "You're thinking too hard about this," reveals the fundamental challenge. Humans expect this activity to bypass cognitive processing entirely. At next transmission, we'll examine a central feature of human social psychology, the requirement to demonstrate active dislike towards specific entities. Our research indicates that humans find those who don't hate anything inherently suspicious and potentially threatening. This analysis will cover acceptable targets for negative emotional expression and how to properly calibrate the intensity of displayed animosity to maintain effective cover. As always, this is Agent Z4 signing off. Infiltration begins now. Thank you for listening to this story. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to leave this video a like and subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. Video shares, memberships, and super thanks help the channel grow as well, so feel free to partner with this channel in that way as we grow. With that all said, thank you again for listening to the story, and thank you for your time. On the left side of your screen are some videos I think you might be interested in. I hope to see you in the next one.